I don't miss TikTok for the exact reasons that my friend sent me this TikTok video, which I can see it if you send me a link, but like, anyway. She sends it to me and she's like, is this what Canadians are saying? Like, you're here, like, what's the deal? This seems bad. Like, what seems bad? And this woman starts off with like, I was on some phone with some really smart people. If you have to say that, you weren't. But also, like, what if you were on the phone with dumb people? You don't think they have any information whatsoever? Like, okay. Americans just don't know Canada's preparing for war. Okay, as a Canadian, if we really are preparing for war, is your number one move to tell our enemies what we're doing? Shut the fuck up. Donald Trump's been threatening Canada. Yeah, we know. There's literally merch on Amazon saying America, 51st state. We know. Both sides know. Nobody's missed this. Jimmy Fallon's joking that while we're watching the Super Bowl, Canada will get invaded. You think they wouldn't break news for that? You think there wouldn't be like a little scroll? Do you think like a mushroom cloud just appears over all of Canada? Nobody's gonna notice because the Super Bowl is on? Yet another reason not to watch the Super Bowl. Besides the fact that Trump will be there and, they support pedophiles and all the other things. Like, I don't know if she doesn't know this, or maybe Americans don't know this. Canada has a military. We don't spend nearly as much on it as the US spends on theirs, but that's okay. It works out being Canadian nice. You don't have to constantly defend yourself against people who are constantly trying to kill you. Almost like being nice works to your financial benefit in the end. I know. Canadians have been boycotting stuff all week. Well, since Trump got elected, some people have been boycotting. Most recently in the last few weeks, partially because Amazon's being a douchebag, partially because of the tariffs, and partially because a lot of Canadians just hate Trump. Side note, all the people who hated Justin Trudeau and called for him to quit have been really fucking quiet the past 3 weeks. Almost like he was doing an okay job. And now that we might be going to war, you'd like somebody reasonable and rational in charge, and not just a mini Trump like you were trying to prop up. It is true. Canadians have been boycotting. There are entire lists of like, don't drink Bombay Sapphire. Here's a really great Canadian gin. Don't buy this deli meat. Here's a Canadian brand. If you're going to tariff us, yeah, of course we're going to find alternatives. Americans are doing the same damn thing. It's not an indicator of war. It is true that, Trump has said he wants Canada to be the 51st state. That's also a newer name for the Canada Plan, which has been around longer than Project 2025. The Canada Plan is oil execs want Canada. We have a lot of natural resources. We have a lot of open land. We have a lot of timber. We have a lot of pretty much everything, including manners and politicians who don't paint themselves orange. Right before whatever that Louisiana oil spill was, Canada was getting endless amounts of shit from oil companies. There was a whole PR smear campaign. Like, why is Canada holding up offshore drilling? It's so safe. Canada is losing billions. Tell your politicians to drill, baby, drill. And then it would seem Canada was right in pacing its offshore drilling because the thing in Louisiana, all that oil that mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, Canada thought that was going to happen. That's why they were being cautious. Almost like Canadians are looking out for other Canadians by trying to not do the stupid things. Kind of like we're just like, yo, America, you try it. Lick the socket. If you don't die, we'll try it. We are aware that oil executives have wanted to do more in Canada than ever before, but you guys just opened up all your national parks. Chillax for a while. I mean, okay, so Trump probably won't let you put an oil rig right in front of Mount Rushmore, but, like, you got the rest of the natural parks. Like, why don't you go there first? We are also well aware that other interests would like to strip mine the shit out of Canada. We have a lot of minerals, we have a lot of steel and timber, and we got good things. Now, Trump can't even point to Canada on a map, let's just be honest. But Russia wants Canada. So therefore, Trump wants Canada. Canada knows this. We are not rhetorically stupid hockey players. I mean, we're good hockey players. But if you've ever seen like a local pickup hockey game What you know is Canadians also have a lot of rage inside when they are pissed. Come for us. We dare you. Well, it's not 1,000% accurate, and other countries have also definitely committed war crimes, which were the reason for the Geneva Convention. It is true that Canada does seem to get the most efficient way to, an end of a situation. If you ask us to join a war, just know we're going to try to get home as quickly as possible because we have other responsibilities to take care of. Don't ask us to join in unless you want us to get a job done. That's historically been Canada's way of doing things. We don't invade and then set up an air base and then just camp out for the next 300 years. We go in, we get out, we go home, we get back to farming and mining and logging and all the other things we enjoy more. We're also one of the founding members of NATO. If Trump attacks Canada, all the other countries in NATO who hate America get to join in. So yeah, you might hit a strike or two against us, but then seriously, the weight of the entire world will come at you. Also, if you're dumb enough to try to nuke us, remember how the winds blow. So yeah, you could wipe out Toronto, but that would also take out Manhattan, so think it through. This video's got 60,000 likes, 10,000 comments. Half of them are well aware. The other half of them support the 51st state idea. And of course, Jimmy Fallon is going to make jokes about America invading Canada because he's trying to stay on the right side of Trump so he doesn't end up as the first entertainer who makes fun of Trump in jail. There is a lot of shit going on right now, and everybody is very stressed out. But what we don't need is excess fucking drama. Really smart people, sit the fuck down. Every Canadian is aware of Canada's resources. Every American is aware that America is greedy as fuck and doesn't mind using and abusing any other country for its benefit. This is not new goddamn information. The Canada Plan has been around for decades, edging on 100+ years. What with Canada just being slow and cautious and weighing the value of the strip mining and the fracking against the health and safety of its citizens, we could be just like you guys. We choose not to be. But I am honestly begging, please stop. For likes and clicks on social media, please stop with breaking news! None of us can take that right now. We are all just 3 weeks in, trying not to freak the fuck out. President Walkback might hold off the tariffs for yet another month if Canada promises to do something like have leaves appear on the trees in spring. Let's not borrow any additional trauma. Let's not borrow any additional stress. Let's not bring any extra drama for fucking likes and clicks on social media. If I was you and I was going to remake that video, I was on the phone with a bunch of people, some of whom seem to be unaware that America has been threatening Canada. It would seem that, Russia has influenced Trump to the point that he has suggested that Canada might want to become part of the U.S. Canadians have met that idea with some resistance by boycotting and openly stating, never gonna fucking happen. Now here's a video of my cat playing with a ball of yarn because we could all enjoy that instead. That's how I would have posted it. That's how we should be posting right now, because seriously, we don't need this. And if you really want to find out whether or not America is on the edge of war, follow independent Canadian journalists who would at least hint if we were planning on going to war. This is why you need to be cautious who you get your news from. The breaking news! Social media influencers versus the actual reliable news sources. Journalists and reporters who do the actual work, not just presenting their opinion of the end of the world. This woman is so lucky I'm not on TikTok anymore. We don't need this. It is stressful fucking enough. We don't need this. Please don't do this. For likes and clicks, for a creator fund that no longer pays out, come on, be better. Or to quote our First Lady, be best.